Hello!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show, where we talk nerd. After a long week, we've got so much to talk about tonight. Some good, some bad, some... hard to say, honestly. So with that said, let's move on to here. Starting up some of the topics that we're going to be covering tonight. Let's get my thing going on here. There we go. Oh, we're going to start off with the first one there. The 2021 SDCC has been canceled and will be done virtually. Did we all know this was going to happen? Well, yes, but they also got some solutions. And also other news there. There we also got an actor has been teased for a possible appearance in the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel, Multiverse Madness. Who is it? Well, here's a hint. The director is Sam Raimi. Yep. The yellow train of Fox is not stopping anytime soon as The Simpsons get renewed for a 33rd and 34th season. We even got a few words that Matt Groening himself said on this news. Universal Studios has reported that Epic Universe has begun to resume construction. When does it start? When will it open? And what ramifications has this delay caused? You know, aside the late opening. Paramount Plus has gone live. What's on it? What's coming? And how much are they charging? And speaking of which, they also got a new series announced. A new series about SpongeBob character Patrick Star has been announced. Does this mean SpongeBob is taking the same route as Planet Sheen? Because it kind of feels like it is. Space Jam, A New Legacy. My God, we have been waiting for this movie for a long time. Has been promoted on Entertainment Magazine with a cover that features LeBron James and all our favorite Looney Tunes, as well as some shots that we can assume are from the movie. When the hell is it coming out? Find out tonight. We've also got to talk about tonight's finale of WandaVision, which aired, and the crowd it brought in was so large enough to crash Disney+. Was the hype worth it? Wow, I'm not even kidding with that one, I'm being serious. After 8 years, Season 2 for the anime, The Devil is a Part-Timer, has been announced via trailer. And it's been way too long, and we can say it's about time this order was fulfilled. All that and more tonight on Another Nerdy Talk Show. We'll be right back.
And now, some imperative advice to get you through the week. Hopefully.
Welcome, dear viewers, to another installment of Imperative Advice. Whatever you do, always give 100%, and except, of course, when you're donating blood. If a book about failures doesn't sell, would that make it a success? If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. This has been Imperative Advice.
This has been your imperative advice to get you through the week.
Warning, please use this imperative advice at your own risk. Shaded Scythe Studios is not responsible if this imperative advice gets you sent to the hospital, arrested, bullied, thrown off a train, mauled by monkeys, or anything else that is too gruesome to think of. Side effects of following this imperative advice may include rashes, burning, overabundance of laughter, random need to toe tap, everlasting pain, death, being barred from your favorite clubs, and possible chance of turning into a lemming. Do not follow this imperative advice if you are prone to breathing, moving, making noises, or pretty much anything that makes you a regular human being. Bottom line, what we are essentially saying is, don't be a moron!
You're watching Another Nerdy Talk Show. Go hug a cactus.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show. I'm here with Kuma the Sleepy and, of course, Bright Bulb. We are here tonight. We're here. We're queer. We're talking nerdy stuff. Is that racist to say or offensive? I can't tell. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a couple.
Well, I was gonna say if any of us were, I guess.
We're all weird. We're here. We're weird. Get used to it.
I remember that there. I remember Pokemon Bridge did a. Oh, are you drinking Guinness, man? Come on, wait. I mean, you're wearing the green. You got the green background. You're drinking the Guinness. Way to get into the St. Patrick's Day shtick, man.
Yeah, Guinness is actually the only kind of like, let's see, it's a stout, but like it's literally the only kind of like
Beer.
bottle, like beer bottle, I will drink, because I'm okay with Corona and lime, but like if given a choice, I'll go with Guinness, honestly.
It looks like one of those it looks like one of those like Nuka-Cola darks that was promised on when they got the power pack of Fallout 76.
Yeah, I think that was the idea. Like in the lore of Fallout, I think Nuka-Cola Dark was supposed to be like the adult beverage. Or
Yeah,
something.
but it wasn't. It sucked, and they gave us a plastic bottle. Anyway,
getting a head start 10 days
I'm
early.
gonna give you guys a little bit of a heads up on the on something that's been happening to me this week. I have had a lot of stuff happen to me this week. I'm not even kidding. So first of all, this week, 4 years ago, I posted a video on my vlog channel, right, of Paul St. Peter, who was the voice of Xemnas in Kingdom Hearts. Let me just make sure we're doing good. Okay, we're good. Anyway, so he played Xemnas in Kingdom Hearts, right? And what he did was somebody wanted him to say this whenever he talked to somebody and they asked him to do the Xemnas voice, he'd be like saying it in like the voice, "Tell me, so and so, do you know who you truly are?" In the Xemnas voice. So we were at a convention, it was Omni Fandom Expo, and somebody said for him to say that only if he was talking to Shrek. And of course, he goes up there and does it. It's really funny stuff. So here's the deal, okay? Now, what happened was, I got the link right here. I posted this up on April 19th, 2016. Frickin', for some reason, the video spikes in popularity this week. It's like weird. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. It's like, why? It's like, you know,
like are people searching for Shrek or
No.
Xemnas or?
I can think of
Someone's always searching for Shrek.
Shrek is awesome, man. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. So I'm gonna put this video right here because I posted on Twitter. Paul St. Peter likes it, but like, yeah, it went from like 15,000 views. It's now got 31,402 views. It's like fucking ridiculous, and all the comments are in there. Hell, Shrek himself left a comment that said, "Ugh." I also want to point out that I was holding back the story. I apologize if I'm hogging the spotlight here. So first of all, before we take our first caller, one of the things that was really interesting was that I got really bored one night and started looking up rap concerts because I hate rap and I was lonely and stupid. So the only rapper I could think of is Lil Wayne. You obviously know the name.
Yeah.
For get better or for worst. And the thing was that when I looked him up, again, let the record show I do not like rap. I am not a rap fan. So what I did, I saw there, and first of all, the stage has nothing on it. Like, there's nothing there but a turntable and a drum. And first of all, it takes 10 minutes for the guy to come out. The guy's trying to warm up the crowd, like saying, "Hey, you want to party harder?" or something like that. And, whatever the turntable sound. I'm like, dude, how many monsters do you got to summon to get Lil Wayne fucking on the stage? And of course, he comes out and he has a voice that sounds like he's trying not to giggle during a joke. So I immediately tried to cleanse myself and immediately switched to the nearest Marilyn Manson video I ever saw. So that's why I've been listening to Marilyn Manson this entire week. Nice. And now I get all my related videos are of rap concerts, more specifically Lil Wayne videos.
Man, YouTube algorithms, man.
God, YouTube fucking sucks. Anyway, let's go. Anyway, let's just begin tonight here. Kuma, you doing okay?
Yeah, pretty good. Just got into a whole DC kick during this week. Like, just watching several things from DC. Like on Netflix, they got, like I said earlier, like they got the I don't think it's the trilogy. I think it's just the first movie of the Dark Knight series. Nice. Or the Dark Knight trilogy. And yeah, I've been watching that. Got into watching Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm actually just loving that. Still just oh yeah, and also still trying to work on whatever kind of story ideas I have.
That was actually funny because my parents actually went to the bar where Harvey Dent was drinking in after he had the accident. And you can still see the marks from the shot glass on the counter.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, it was freaking
They
awesome.
left them there?
Yeah, man. Dark Knight was awesome.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
Not saying it wasn't. I didn't know that they still had the marks from the shot glass or something.
I don't know why, man. It was a good movie. I didn't hate the Dark Knight Rises. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I mean, the whole trilogy, again, it's just it was just amazing on how they did the setup for Batman, like how to prove like, oh yeah, the reason this guy could be Batman is because money, like in the built up and everything. Like,
man.
oh yeah, he has to get military things and it has to go through his company to go to him first.
And I have to be trained by ninjas.
Yeah.
I'm holding off for our next caller there. I remember that same year when The Dark Knight Rises came out, the Super Bowl happened and all the power went out. And I think
wow.
and I think one of my favorite comments was, and then Bane came out to address the crowd, and so someone made a Bane video of this talking, like, I was the one that did it, Batman. All right, let's just get our first call in here. Princess Lovebright is on the phone and is ready to go there, I believe.
She is ready?
I don't know. I have to ask and see if she is ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the ultimate experience?
The question is, are we ready?
I don't know. I'm never ready. I'm never ready to take in these guys here that watch my crap. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome, Princess Lovebright. You're on, Ants.
What?
You're not.
Hello. How are you tonight?
The voice is getting louder. How you doing?
Hey.
Evan is here. Evan's doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Evan, Kuma.
Yep.
Up here comes the video. Whoa.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? Right, she giggles more than you do.
I know.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Oh, us brights, we love to giggle.
Yep. How you doing?
Oh, hey, so moving on with one of our topics, I'd actually like to see about. Let's talk about the SpongeBob thing, because like there was something I saw recently as well too. Apparently, there's a petition that is being signed, like an online petition being signed by. Actually, I think it probably has the amount of signatures, because when I looked on it, it said it needed 10,000 signatures, and it was already at like 9,000 something.
Hey, I hate to interrupt the conversation, but I'm pretty sure our guest just died. Oh no, she's a bear now.
No.
Oh no,
she
she's
brought
getting
a
a bear.
friend.
Yeah,
What's
it's
up?
a bear.
Hey, how you doing, Bear? Kuma, it's you. Is that your little sister?
I have. Oh no,
Oh no, Barry.
I got Winnie the Pooh here.
Ah.
This is my favorite bear. Her name is Rainbow Hearts.
Rainbow Hearts.
Aw.
Colorful hearts. I love her fur.
It's nice.
Very
Oh, that's
cute.
cute.
I like that. Oh, you're cute with the hugging.
Yeah,
Snuggly.
but yeah, and the petition was apparently a thing from the creator of SpongeBob when he passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, it was one of his wishes to not have spin-offs of SpongeBob be made.
Yeah.
And they
It's
did.
like they're just.
It's like, Glenn, go home. Here, just in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
what?
Mr. Krabs, who's like, "Am I really going to desecrate this grave just to make money?" Yep, absolutely gonna do that.
Yep.
Mr. Krabs is
Like-
72 years old. I just want to point that out there.
Holy shit! Really? 72?
Yeah, he's
Canonically?
old, man.
Dude.
I mean, Love, did you know this?
Nice hat, Evan.
Thank you. It's my signature hat. I wear it every stream.
Yes.
One of a kind.
Ooh.
I
It
need a
bears
headband.
repeating.
Well, I mean, technically,
Yeah.
there's the old version, but this one's like the new upgraded model. But you know, I've
I
had
need
this
a
thing.
headband version.
I've had this thing.
I need a hat like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just like from your OC.
Yep, it is
Yeah.
my OC's hat. That's what my defining features of him. Can you believe I've had this
I thought
thing
it was
since
his tail.
2012? It was during the time when I couldn't even spell the word Scythe.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It
I
is
had a
good
T-shirt that said
for
Shaded
posterity.
Sith Studios, and that was what happened.
Sit. Nice.
It was the first time. Give me a break.
It's good to keep those around to keep you humble.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I'm in the wind. She's in the windstorm right now. Where are you going? She's gone.
No.
My hat wasn't that scary.
Looks. Oh well, we still have our biggest fan on screen.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, someone opened the door.
She
You
sounded
get it,
British for a second.
fan?
I get you. She is the biggest. Fight for the fans.
Yeah.
How are you doing this evening, Lovebreak?
Guess you're a big fan.
Yeah. It's a bright fan too.
Oh, we have a lot of comment.
Yeah.
What, you and Bright, or you and the big fan?
Oh, I just made a joke. I was like, I guess you're a big fan.
Yes,
That's what she
I
does.
heard that.
Yes, Bright always emphasizes the fact that she's funnier than me, so there you go.
Yeah. And it's funny, earlier in the stream chat, somebody, Nate Stole Your Waifu, who might come onto the show later, he just posted
Nate.
eggs. He just posted eggs, and I was like, excuse me, but egg puns are my favorite yolks.
I know. I used to send her egg emojis all day, and she used to just make puns out of it.
Yeah,
Princess Lovebright.
seriously.
Princess Lovebright. Right. Let me just ask you here for a moment. Let me take a moment to be real, okay? What is your? First of all, well, you're doing good tonight, right? You're in fantastic. I'm assuming there.
What?
Did you hear the question?
That wasn't a question. That was well, it kind of was, but you know. I think she's pixelating out of existence. Okay, there she is. So where do you live now? You don't have to give me.
Keep it a secret.
You don't have to give me. Don't give me a full address. Just give me a state name.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I live in. Yeah.
Nice.
Arkansas.
Oh, that's cool.
I've never been to Arkansas. What's it like there?
Oh, it's really great. I'm in 10th grade, and I go to really good school, and I love school. I guess
Yay.
It's cool.
I had a childhood friend. Yeah, she's my best friend.
It's good.
Aw,
Emily.
Oh my god. I thought you were gonna say
very
Emma.
cool.
I have a
Oh,
sister
that's
named Emma.
Ah.
That was a kind of thing there. That's good. I'm glad you're hanging out there. Your friend. Do you tell your friends that you ever get on this show?
They could see you. It's like you're on a stream show, and like you're talking with people you admire.
Bad. Anyway, Lovebright, thank you for joining us tonight. It's always good to hear your voice and your little bubbly personality.
Yeah.
Wait, Evan.
Yes,
Remember Princess Diara? Remember Princess Diara?
I do.
Wait.
Is that your OC?
She has an OC. I've used it on one promotion video.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, my real OC is the pink one, like
Yeah,
one of the heart key mark.
yeah. I saw
Okay.
the image. It's cute.
Posted her key mark on and share your art if you want to see it.
No,
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
I have seen it before. I've seen it. It's beautiful. It's good. It's a good cutie mark as is, man.
Yes.
You know, I can
Lemonade.
only use. I have Microsoft Paint, and the thing is, I can only do images and shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me just conclude by just telling you this. When I first began making videos, my first venture into animation was using frame-by-frame images of Microsoft Paint. Like, I had to make an image. If I wanted to make a guy move to the left, I had to make one image of him doing here, move him over here, move him over here. Each one of these was images. So Microsoft Paint, I'm just going to say up front, I'm actually surprised it still exists. But basically, yeah, keep on practicing that. It's going to lead you to learning better programs and getting better and better. I promise you that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Evan and Diara sit in the tree.
No.
And that's where Evan
I
jumps.
don't know what
yeah,
she's
Evan's
going
gonna
on
jump that off
about.
there before my girlfriend comes in and kills me. Nice talking to you.
Ah,
We do not speak of that again.
no.
Oh dear.
So wow.
I'm gonna go call on the phone and get the restraint. I want to talk about the stuff going on tonight. You know what? Let's get someone in here to help us discuss our first topic of Comic-Con. How about that? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get
Alright.
Nate in here. Let's get Big Man Nate in here. Nate
Yeah.
stole my waifu. Foo, give her
Yeah.
back. You're here to
Oh, I'm
P.
in the street.
QRS TUV.
Hello.
Hello again.
Good, Nate. You're here to talk. You're going to
What's
help
up?
us out with our first topic here. We have, as I said before, ladies and gentlemen, here the first topic of the night here was the cancellation of San Diego Comic-Con. Do I even need to say why it was canceled? Let's just put it this way.
Guess.
Let's just put it this way. Let me put it this way. Comic-Con. You know the name. You love the name, and we all worship it. It's like the biggest party out there in San Diego, if not one of the biggest things here. And let me just be fair. And again, I'm just gonna go and give you a set here. I went to that shit in 2008. Year of the Joker.
You
Dark
did?
Knight.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I got a picture of it. I could show it to you sometime.
Wow.
It was when I looked
Lucky.
adorable. And I still had this hat, man.
Yeah.
So let's just put there. The SDCC San Diego Comic-Con put a tweet out with a document here that I'm not going to go all over. I'm going to be linking it to you guys. In the chat over here, in the Twitter chat.
Yep.
I'm going to be using the Twitter chat, guys. So I'm sorry. Yeah, the Twitch chat, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to be showing you guys the image of the document here. It's too lengthy.
Yep.
I put it in the answer chat if you guys want to see it, but here's the deal, okay?
All right.
Some cliff notes by the guys at comicbook.com. Regardless, you know it's it's serious when it's written in document image. However, the show. What do you think of the cancellation of Comic-Con there, Nate?
Well, I think it depends really. I've never really been to any of the Comic-Cons outside of Ottawa, so I wouldn't really know much. I didn't really pay attention really to the San Diego ones. Like the ones I like, the only real platforms or panels I really like looked at were really the Steven Universe ones at the time. And if they ever get it going again when COVID's over, I'll be paying attention to the Craig of the Creek ones.
Yeah.
Aside that, I'm not really sure.
Is that going to be like your new
Comic-Con,
Is that going to be like when you say when you're finally out of service? What are you going to do now you're out of service? I'm going to Comic-Con. But like,
yeah, I probably will.
Definitely,
I mean,
yeah.
I've gone to Comic-Cons before. I think at least 3 or 4. 2 of them with my friend Ryan.
Really?
Or at least one with my friend Ryan. I don't remember completely. Last couple of years been so bizarre and strange. I've been in and out of cadets, so I haven't really.
Well, I understand, man.
Track record because everything's been messing with my schedule. The last one of my biggest and most like iconic Comic-Con for me was when I went to the one where Peter Capaldi was in.
Who was he?
I got a picture.
Oh, nice.
I've seen Peter Capaldi at a con
Oh
too.
man, I want to meet him.
Wait, who was he again?
Cool.
He was the
13th
13th Doctor.
Oh,
Or 12th Doctor in Doctor Who.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I've actually kind of felt regret because I actually missed my chance of meeting who's the doctor with the scarf? Friggin'
Oh, Tom Baker.
Tom Baker. Yeah, I met him a couple of times, but I never got the chance to get an autograph from him.
Mm-hmm.
I also attended a panel with my mom for David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Nice.
2 other doctors.
Sick, man.
Yeah, I don't remember if I did the one. I don't remember if I was there for the Capaldi one as well.
Hmm.
And I'm also trying to remember if maybe there was one for Jodie Whittaker. I don't know.
Yeah, Jodie Whittaker. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm just trying to remember if there was one for Ottawa because I think we might have attended that one. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Cause my usual thing with Comic-Con was to go around, look for somewhat interesting stuff. If I could pick up Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I pick up Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Ooh. Yugi Brony's got competition,
More,
man.
and I never really went into like serious cosplay when I was like there. My friend
Yeah.
Ryan usually went as the doctor. I think he went Tom Baker a couple times.
Nice.
And what did I go? I just had my Darth Vader sweater with me, so I just
Sweet, man.
wore that.
I remember one time I went to Comic-Con, these 2 guys were running around as TIE fighters. They had like the cardboard
they
things and the
were-
gray hoodies. It was
They were TIE fighters?
Yeah, they were TIE fighters. They're just running around doing the friggin' Howie
yeah.
scream all day. Like,
Speaking of which, okay, so like I was introduced to this this sort of community when I was a lot younger. So we have this Doctor Who group that meets up every now and then. Well, it used to meet up every now and then. In a restaurant, where me and my mom mainly got stuff. They would watch all Doctor Who stuff. Me and one of the other attendees, Robin's son Chris, I would hang out with quite consistently. We'd play Yu-Gi-Oh and we'd like watch YouTube videos and stuff. And yeah, I really bonded with him over that. And I think what really one of the big things about that group is they have their own Dalek costumes. Like they have
nice.
their own Daleks, so they will drive around cons. I've seen them do it multiple times. That in Geek Market.
Oh my god, are they the guys that shoot the mist?
I'm not sure. No, the Daleks are the guys who shoot the lasers.
Yeah, I know,
make
but
you
like there are
see
these cosplayers that like they're driving the Daleks, right? And when they like to mess with people by having the laser gun shoot mist.
I don't know. I've never seen them shoot the laser.
You
That'd
gotta
be
see
cool
that shit
to
on
see.
YouTube. Man.
It makes me think of the some of those Star Wars fans who have like their full kitted out like stormtrooper like
Yeah.
outfits and everything like
501st
fully
Legion,
dedicated.
man. 501
Yeah,
Legion,
that's
man.
what they are.
Oh yes,
Hey,
we
they-
have. I think we have a 501st group in
Yeah, man.
Ottawa as well.
I wish I could be part of them,
There's
but I
one
can't make
everywhere.
that.
One because I met one when I remember one year I think there was somebody cosplaying as Darth Nihilus and somebody was also Visas and I thought that was
Nice.
the coolest thing ever. Because, well, Knights of the Republic 2 is my favorite Star Wars game, so
I prefer
Yeah.
the Force Unleashed. But anyway, the reason, but however, have no fear. The Comic-Con is here, guys, because they are going to be doing the San Diego Comic-Con at home. They're going to be featuring from July 23rd to 25th. They'll be posting panels, presentations online. And according to the statement, it also mentions that a smaller event is going to be happening at the end of November, with the event returning to regular capacity in 2022. All's well that will end well. At San Diego Comic Con.
We hope 2022.
Dude, I've been to San Diego Comic Con. That whole block becomes it, man. It's really fucking cool.
I remember seeing a documentary. Stan Lee was in there. I think he
Michael
might
Moore.
have been one of the producers.
Michael Moore.
So
did it.
I don't know. Was it Michael Moore?
Yeah, Michael Moore did it. Stan Lee was on there. There was the guy that showed like the comic collector, the guy who's trying to get the action figure.
Yeah, the couple who were like the guy who was gonna propose to his girlfriend.
Yeah,
at the
Kevin Smith's panel.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was crazy.
He's coming to Florida, by the way.
Oh, Kevin Smith?
Kevin.
Yeah, there's gonna be a movies cart that's gonna be opening in
Oh wait, yeah. I'm definitely thinking of going to that. I'm so interested in that.
Kuma, it's too late. It's sold
know.
out. I tried.
No. Sorry, I was interested in going to that. Yeah.
I know.
I
We
so
both
wanted to go to it.
We both want to meet the man.
I was just going. I was like,
I think one of my regrets about like the whole thing with all the Comic Cons we gone with the panels is my sad thing is they never I don't know if they asked or went into it. I was kind of disappointed to hear that no one ever wanted to do like a diamond panel where we got Patty LuPone, Lisa Hannigan, Christine Ebersole, and Susan Egan all on one panel because they're all each of the diamonds and Steven Universe. That would have been an interesting panel to see because
that would be an interesting panel. I agree.
If you also want to go crazy, heck, throw Sarah Styles in there. Like she's been on Broadway. Ebersole and Patty have practically been carrying Broadway for like the last 3 or 4 decades.
It's amazing what you're gonna find at conventions, like having Paul St. Peter do a voice situation where he's talking to Shrek as Zemnis. So there you go. Anyway, the link's in this Twitch description. But I'm gonna end this off for you, Nate. But here's another thing. Here's a little Steven Universe memory for you. I was at Holiday Matsuri, and the voice actor of Steven was there. Nobody was in his line. All that was there was one attendee with a ukulele just serenading him the entire time. Him just sitting there like this.
Oh, I heard about that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was nice. You were there with me at that con, man.
Yeah, I heard about that. Someone told me about that. I was just going, damn.
You were there that same day with me and my friend Richard, who I just realized at that point was a cross player, and I'm like, what? Anyway, God bless him there. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, Nate.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Hey, man.
Good night.
Oh, that's cool.
I like his beard.
No lie, the only time I've ever been to California is when I went for Anime Expo.
Never been there. So let's talk about a hero that we all know and love, and that's the webhead himself. It's fucking Spider-Man, dude.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, sort of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sort of. Is that a comic name? Sort of Spider-Man? Why isn't it? Marvel, get on that.
It sounds
Sort
like
of Spider-Man.
He has a cool weapon.
Sort of Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's
Sort
the
of
sword.
Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Sort of Spider-Man.
Sounds medieval.
Yeah, I remember hearing Danny
is
Sexton talking about the Jewish Spider-Man.
Does it work like the same as a Thundercat sword? Spider-Man. Oh!
By that point, one person would be screaming after the first one. I remember Danny Sexton coming up.
All the Spider-Man and Spider-Woman from every universe collide to that one Spider-Man.
I'm an arachnophobe, so I can't.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I remember Danny Sexton saying he used to play the Jewish Spider-Man, Saul Spiderman.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Anyway,
I love that.
That was his joke. Anyway, so yes, apparently a certain actor teased himself. The reason why I say Spider-Man because it's not technically Spider-Man, it's Doctor Strange. Now here's the deal: we love Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is awesome. So the next movie, Multiverse Madness, we had a tease from one certain actor. And as I said beginning, the big hint of this actor was Sam Raimi. I wonder who this actor was. Say it. Say it. No, both of you say it. I know you're thinking the same thing. Just say it.
Bruce Campbell.
Bright, you disappoint me. Anyway, yes, Bruce Campbell tweeted this here. Boy, it was
Bright, we can't hear you.
Oh, Bright, we can't hear you. There you go.
Nope, still can't hear you.
Oh.
Hello?
There we go.
Yep, there you go.
Anyway, Bruce Campbell.
What was the full question? I didn't hear it.
I was gonna say it's Sam Raimi directing a Doctor Strange movie. Who do you think this star that set gave us a hint at it? Anyway, Bruce Campbell posted on Twitter at I like his Twitter tag Groovy Bruce. because he's groovy.
Hey.
Ash, good stuff.
Groovy.
Ash himself, man. The one aside from being one of the best, he put this down here by saying, "Boy, it was a blast working in a certain city with a certain director on a certain movie with a certain actor. It sure was." What we got here is a skyline of London, which is where Doctor Strange is going to be filmed at least one of their locations. We found this link on the Collider.com, which I'll be leaving in the description there. The ant farm. And yes, apparently he made this tweet, and it's going to be great. It's great. First of all, it's a good shot of the London skyline. While nothing has been confirmed, I do want to point out, like I said there, Bruce Campbell has been in a lot of Sam Raimi movies, including the Spider-Man movies.
All of them.
Yeah, he's been in all of them. And, Sam Raimi also did Evil Dead, where Bruce Campbell became Bruce Campbell.
Wait, what was Bruce Campbell in the Spider-Man movies?
Bruce Campbell
He was several people. In the first one, he was the
wrestler announcer.
Yeah, the wrestler announcer who gave Spider-Man his name because he wanted to be, kid, what's your name? The Human Spider.
That sucks.
Oh, you got, kid, that sucks. It's the Human Spider. Just say it. Give it up for the one, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The Human Spider.
He messed up my name. I'm the Human Spider. I don't give a
Yeah.
damn. Kid, get out there.
Get out there and fight friggin' what's his face?
Bonesaw.
Yeah, get out there.
Bonesaw.
Macho Man.
Yeah, friggin' Randy Savage, man. May you rest in
And
peace.
then,
Get out there and fight Randy Savage.
And then in the second one, he played as the theater usher.
Okay.
I liked his thing how he could stand there, and then he also played a French guy, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
One of those.
the other thing that we know about this is, so if he can feature Campbell in those things, he was also in the Spider-Man games as the tutorial guy. So if he can,
Oh yeah, I love that.
if he can be in there, then who knows? What we do know is that Scarlet Witch will be in the movie, as well as Chiwetel Ejiofor, who will be playing Carl Mordo, which I think is cool.
Ooh.
But let's just face it, as the Collider said, let's just face this. We want Bruce as Mephisto. He's basically being built up. Can you imagine that Bruce Campbell as Mephisto?
Dude, it would just be like almost how Stan Lee is the Watcher, like and everything. Just like, oh yeah, Stan Lee, yeah, he's the Watcher. This guy's the devil.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's just hidden. I'm sorry, not Bruce Lee. Bruce Campbell's just like, I wish.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's hidden in every movie.
Well, he's a ghost, so he can be. I mean, like, yeah, Bruce Campbell's like hidden in every movie. It's really Mephisto.
Yeah, every single time, just like that. So
I actually didn't hate Peter Fonda's portrayal. We'll have to find out, because on March 25th, 2022, that's when the movie will be coming out. 1 year from now.
Wow.
It's a good time, man. It's a good
Year
time.
and change.
Wrong one. Sorry. I accidentally hit the wrong segment there.
Wrong
Okay.
image.
Okay, so here's another thing here. So the longest running animated TV show, The Simpsons, has been renewed for a 33rd and 34th season by Fox.
yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, with The Simpsons being on this long, I mean, like, wow. I mean,
It's gonna outlive us. If we like our grandchildren are gonna know what the Simpsons are.
Deadline.com actually said that Matt Groening did actually report on this by saying, everyone at The Simpsons is thrilled to be renewed once more, and we are playing lots of big surprises. Homer will lose a hair, Milhouse will get contact lenses, and Bart will celebrate his 10th birthday for the 33rd time. Like, The Simpsons did everything, man. I'm not against it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, I grew up on The Simpsons, so
I haven't watched it in years.
I just
you got
on
Disney
Hulu.
Plus.
I know
Yeah.
I have Disney Plus. I just haven't watched it. Like if I watch it, I'm gonna go back to the original 7 seasons. Because
Yeah.
I have no interest in watching new Simpsons.
The Simpsons
Like,
Oh,
movie was good.
pretty
actually,
much.
in one of the new episodes, they got someone to redo the voice for Miss Krabappel.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they
that's
did?
right.
Yeah, it was a very nice touching episode, but like also just funny because
Aw.
like the whole thing of it is like Bart thinks Krabappel thinks he has potential. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like that, and it's just funny towards the end of it.
I was watching the
Yeah.
episode Homer's Enemy a long time ago, and it's just so because of
Yeah.
how dark it was.
I know that one was really interesting. That's the one with the guy who's like, why does Homer get all these good things?
Yeah,
He's
he's
totally
dumb."
incompetent.
Yeah. A
Oh,
son
hey,
that
look at
owns
these
a
exposed
factory.
wire. Exposed wire.
No,
Huh.
don't spoil the ending. Don't spoil the ending.
Yeah, no.
Even when he after that ending, he always gets.
It's been so fucking long. Who cares?
I know, right?
Yeah. There was always that one person who hasn't seen it.
Where Bart
It's like-
owns a factory. It's so funny.
My favorite episode overall is when Bart learns to say hell. He learns what
Yeah.
hell is. It's always gonna be my favorite episode. It was.
I can't say
it's,
hell unless I
Lisa
say
ver-
hell. I mean, what the
Yeah,
hell, man?
I can't say what I learned. I can't say we learned about hell unless I say I learned about hell, or unless I say hell. I think it was Lisa versus Cable.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, and like they learn about it in Sunday school,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Come
she
on,
just takes
Lisa.
all the 10 Commandments seriously.
Come on, Lisa, watch a little free Cable with us. Your soul.
Yeah, remember when cable used to be a thing?
Ooh.
Cable in the classroom. That was the worst of it. Right, you're frozen.
Wow. Ah.
Anyway,
You're gonna take you didn't you haven't shown me the screenshots that you took with me
I have to
freezing last
yeah,
time.
yeah, but this time it wasn't really. I was gonna take
Do
one
it
now,
in
but it wasn't.
collection.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking. I haven't really watched a lot. I mean, The Simpsons Bride's good. Good. The movie was great. I saw the movie twice, man. It was great.
I always wonder if the Stephen King book Under the Dome was inspired by the Simpsons movie or vice versa, or like whether they just came up with the idea of a whole city being under a big glass dome independently.
What else could they possibly have done? My point exactly. Speaking of
Yeah.
Universal, Universal's Epic Universe has finally resumed construction after delays caused by that party guy, whatever it's called. Anyway, Epic Universe is their upcoming play park. The site is already cleared out. I've seen it. I actually was at the Orlando Eye recently, and they had a good view of it. Brian Roberts, the chairman of Comcast, you know, the company that nobody cares about and is glad that the public flips their shit every time Disney drops a penny rather than focusing on how worse they are, made an announcement that stated, work on Epic Universe paused in July 2020 as the company adjusted plans in the midst of the pandemic. The restart reassembles its vendor and contractor terms. Construction is set to resume on Epic Universe as soon as possible. Even if it means starting slowly, the park is set to opening at 2024. What's up?
And we have Cruiser.
Wait, Cruiser, are you driving while on this?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Get out of the way, asshole!
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, Cruiser, just be careful, man. I don't want to be responsible for any injury.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. You'll know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I will.
Yeah, we'll just hear that.
Oh my god.
Ah.
I'm not going to be so...
Get off your through, buddy!
Yes, thanks for the Tourette's attack. So yes,
Yeah.
Epic Universe coming back there. The land is already cleared for it, man. I mean, like, the fact that it's coming back is just getting great.
Yeah, you actually pointed the area out to me.
Yeah, it's really big. It's kind of going to be great, but as we know, the only lands we got there, with How to Train Your Dragon, we got friggin' Nintendo Land coming, which looks amazing.
Yes.
We've also got Fantastic Beasts.
There's also going to be a section dedicated to the Universal's Monsters of Horror.
I can't wait for that. I want to see a Dracula coaster, man. I want to go
I want to
into
see the
Dracula.
Wolfman.
I want my car to zoom into Dracula's mouth like the Mummy.
I love the Mummy ride.
Oh.
That's a classic.
Like the last thing you hear from him is like, "Bleh!"
And I'm actually taking my my mom, my aunt, and my uncle to Universal tomorrow. That's actually why I'm on the road. I'm driving up to Orlando.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How am I coming in, by the way?
You're coming
Okay.
in good. The sound is all right.
He's in space.
Well, most of the time I am, at least.
Heh.
Okay, but yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this new section of the park. I love How to Train Your Dragon. I love Mario. I love the Universal Monsters of Horror. I'm going to be really curious to see what they're going to do with that. Like, are they going to make like everything painted black, white, and gray or something?
Like I was saying, like I was talking to you about a horror house idea. Imagine that, like a Halloween horror. Remember I told you about this? Imagine going to like a Halloween horror night and it transports you into like one of the old Hammer films where everything is black and white, even the actors.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Even if
That
it's not for
is
scary,
going
it's for the
really-
artistic.
Yeah, that's not only old school. That is dedication.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Black and white cosplayers
Pretty much.
exist, dude. But like that's the thing. Like I like first, also, Cruiser, I applaud you for for ignoring the fact of Fantastic Beasts. So there you go. It's
Yeah.
funny because that movie series sucks.
Mm.
I have
It
not
needed more
seen-
beasts.
Yeah, it needs more beasts and Fantastic Beasts.
And less Johnny Depp,
Mm.
which we're getting apparently. So I'm not getting with that. You know. Seriously,
I
Dumbledore
mean,
looked at this guy and said, "Yes, I want that."
I mean, I did see a lot of people want him back for Pirates of the Caribbean.
No one cares.
Yeah.
I don't want him back for Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't hate Jack Sparrow, but I've had enough Jack Sparrow. The last
Yeah.
Pirates movie I nearly walked out on. Bruce was a witness. He was there with me.
Yeah. First one's always a classic. Second one was great. Third one was really long. Fourth one was okay.
I don't remember
Fifth
the fourth
one is
one.
like, yeah. I think that's the one where they have like the daughter of Will and Elizabeth and like this other guy.
Right.
And they have a mermaid.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I already don't care. Anyway,
Fair enough.
Anyway, like seriously, when the fifth one came out, I'm like, "There's a fourth one? When the fuck did
Yeah.
that happen?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently there was
Yeah, the
one.
fourth one they're going after a mermaid, and the fifth one they're going for the Fountain of Youth. Or wait.
No, the fifth one was like Neptune's Triton. I think you could kind of base it from there whether or not it was good or not.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the fourth one was like with
The
Blackbeard.
fourth one
as well,
was
too.
the fourth
If you
one
wanna-
was Mermaid and Fountain of Youth and
Yeah, if you
Blackbeard.
want to go watch the fourth one and tell me what the fuck Javier Bardem is saying in there, and also Paul McCartney's in there for some reason.
Yeah.
He's like in one scene, it's like Paul McCartney's in here. That was fun.
Singing Dirty Maggie May.
That was fun. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing here. Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
First of all, really, you wanted to go with that name? Come on. Anyway,
If Disney
It
works
worked
for
for
Disney.
Disney.
Honestly, like the only thing I know about Paramount Plus is that they're going to be doing a reunion of the very first season of MTV's The Real World. That's about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
there really isn't much to say about it aside from some of the
Way
existing-
to aim high, I guess.
We have the abundance of Paramount movies, TV shows, and much, much more coming. I can't give an original lineup, but Entertainment Online actually had listed some of the stuff that was coming up, as well as some upcoming things, including the SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge on the Run, which I heard it looks good. I think that movie looks pretty good. SpongeBob SquarePants Camp Coral, For Heaven's Sake, Jersey Shore, Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard, The Stand.
Yeah, The
Is that
Stand.
a JoJo's reference? Why Women Kill.
No. Stephen King book.
Yeah, I know. I think friggin' the Cinema Snob did a review of it. Anyway, I'm leaving the link here. You can actually see some of their upcoming projects. And the price for it that we're getting at here is $5.99 for a month, but there's also a free month's trial. Let me know when Charlotte's Web is on the service, because then maybe I'll do it.
The original animated one.
Yeah.
That is a nostalgia, like a whole source of nostalgia for me.
Oh,
You
we've
do
got
realize
lots in
that me-
common where it
realize that-
really comes.
Sorry, what are you
where
saying,
it-
Cruiser?
Sorry.
You do realize that seeing how Paramount owns MTV, that means they can easily put the Tom Green show on there.
I'm
Cruiser,
not familiar with
You
that
want to know
one.
something else?
Oh god.
Cruiser,
no.
you know what that
It's,
also might mean?
The guy from Freddy Got Fingered.
You know what that also?
Oh.
Freddy Got Fingered might be on there. Cruiser, do you know what that also might mean for you? That might be a chance for actually having a place for music videos. I mean, that would be a horrible idea because you can access any music video you want on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think MTV left music videos in the dust?
Yeah.
Well,
They weren't holding people's attention that much, and then YouTube came along.
Yeah, it depends on what was in the music video.
video killed the radio star, man.
No, I did.
You cruised it. You cruised it. We got a caller in here, Jay Phoenix, but his mic is off. Anyway, so yeah, that's coming out there, but like,
Probably
you know,
ask if he wants to join it.
I'll do it. Bright, you mind asking him for us?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
I went to a hockey game last night and I caught a puck.
Nice.
That's better than me. I went to a bowling match and caught a ball.
Ah. How was
Ow.
that sounds heavy.
Sounds really boring. Oh my god, Bright, why? Hello, do you have 10-pound balls? What the fuck? I got another comment on this video, my god. What is this
What
one?
video?
That I already mentioned earlier, it was the Shrek one.
Oh, the
31 thousand million views.
Wow. Okay.
Someone just literally just summed up my thoughts of it. What the fuck did I just watch? 3 crying emojis. Anyway, so yeah, speaking of which, one of the shows that was announced on here was the Patrick Star series. Good. I mean, I like Patrick, but you know.
Honestly,
I mean,
the first thing that came to my head was a late night talk show with Patrick as the host.
Why isn't
Yeah. That would be funny, but it doesn't look like that's quite what we're getting.
Look
It
at
looks
this-
like
so
some
Look
kind
at
of
this title card.
family
Look at this title
thing.
card here, guys. It's like, yeah, Patrick Star show. Ooh.
I mean, it's not even the parents that were the. You remember the episode where
the
Patrick's
ones that
parents?
pretended to be his parents.
Yeah,
Who
that
are you people?
was so
Sorry,
weird.
my mic's a little loud. Sorry.
Like, who are these stars?
All
They're
right.
not. Oh, okay. Jay Phoenix is interested in
All right,
joining
fine. We'll bring
Ants,
Jay Phoenix
so-
in here.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jay Phoenix. You're on Ants. We're talking about the Patrick Star show coming out. What the fuck?
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
so Paramount Plus announced a spin-off show for SpongeBob called The Patrick Star Show, starring Patrick Star. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's again, that's if it gets allowed because of the petition thing I told you all about.
It's not
like,
going to happen,
Right.
dude. It's not going to happen. They've already got the 13 episodes already planned.
Wait.
I know, but
I
it's
didn't
a
know
whole
that-
it's a whole
Yeah.
thing of them
Hold
fighting
on.
to,
Our,
like,
our guest is trying to talk, man. Go on.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know the news about Patrick show.
Yeah. That's what we
There's
do, man.
a couple of images in the Ants chat
can't
over
see it.
here. Oh, okay. So, yeah.
So, yes, this is a picture of Patrick's family, okay? So I'm just going to go down the list because I already told Cruiser we already know one, and I'm going to get it to him last because he's basically going to be the saving grace. Bill is back to play Patrick, as usual. Tom Sorry?
His name is pronounced Fagerbaki.
Fagerback.
I loved him in The Stand.
Yeah.
And in
He was
Hunchback
in
of...
Rob Zombie's Halloween too.
And in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Nice.
Anyway,
Oh.
Tom Wilson as Cecil Starr, his dad. Cree Summer, that's a good casting, as Bunny Star, his mom. I love Cree Summer. She's good.
Bunny, wait, Bunny Star? Really?
Yep. Jill Taylor as Squidina Star, his sister.
Wait,
Wow.
his sister is a squid? Why?
Yeah. I mean that
Oh.
kind of makes sense now. What, like, why is this random squid child with them? Like, that makes sense now.
I don't know. His dad looks like
Yeah.
SpongeBob if he
Oh.
was like I don't know. And lastly,
A
and
star.
lastly, we got Dana Snyder as Grandpat Star, his grandfather. He is easily going to be, knowing Dana, he's easily going to be the saving grace in this. I'm just gonna say up front.
He looks like the starfish version of Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It does
Just
actually.
turn the TV on, I can hear noise in someone's background.
Yeah, it's Jay's.
Yeah, it's Jay's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay,
I
man.
couldn't find a better.
It's okay.
Better microphone.
All right.
But anyway, I just
Yeah, I know.
realized like who Bill Fagerback, who he plays in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like one of those guards. And he's like, now I can't unhear Patrick Starr's voice in Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm just imagining like somebody switching out one of Patrick's lines.
At your service, sir.
Yeah, that
Oh
one.
god.
That was it, man. But like, what do
Okay,
you-
wait. So with this, is it supposed to be like it's Patrick before or after, like, moving
Yeah.
or something?
Here's our
What-
synopsis. Produced by Nickelodeon Animation Studio, the family sitcom stars Patrick and the rest of his family as they are constantly disrupted by Patrick's wild whims and surreal imagination.
Okay,
And
so everyone-
Imagination.
Nation. Jay.
You have to pull the. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay, what?
It sounds kind of like a Family Guy, but
SpongeBob, remember that time where I?
Oh my god, if they have jump cuts, that is gonna be funny.
Oh yes, they have. They have to be.
Jay, please tell me what your thoughts are before I start blaming you for this. So, what do you think?
Okay, so the Uncle Grandpa part. Okay. So first of all, I did not know the news. Uh,
you heard it here, folks.
having a TV show already.
Yeah. It was just this week, so.
Yep, we report on news on the week.
The one thing I want from this series, at least from the opening theme song, I want Patrick to go, oh, I'm ready, I'm ready.
Jay, you're breaking up.
Now I feel like they'll probably give him like his own thing to say.
Jay, you're kind of breaking up.
A little bit.
I realize.
I think we lost him.
No, I'm still here.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
no,
not you,
Jay.
Jay.
you, Jay. All right. Thanks a lot, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pull him out. But I'm with Cruiser on that one because let's just face it. He would say I'm ready more than Does SpongeBob even still say I'm ready?
I don't know. I would think so.
Has he ever emphasized what he is ready for?
It was usually just whenever he was ready to go to work.
Yeah.
I guess. That's
I know
the
he's
only thing
in,
I
like,
remember.
season 1. He's like
Well,
got like his arms like
episode-
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually when he's walking
on.
or running.
Cruiser.
In
Go.
the episode, I'm trying to answer your question, guys. He originally said it because he was on his way to get a job at the Krusty Krab.
Yeah,
I know.
that was the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that
but
one.
he's
I'm
asking
ready,
if he
I'm
said
ready,
it any
I
other
want
time
those
is what he
boots.
means.
Remember
That's
that
what
shit?
Evan was trying to ask.
Remember that shit? I'm ready. I want those boots.
Yeah.
There was even in the movie where he said, "I'm ready, promotion."
I'm
Yeah,
ready,
that was-
depression.
No, I'm ready. Promotion.
No, that's what he says.
I'm
After
ready.
he doesn't become the owner of the Krusty Krab 2, he just goes around. I'm ready, depression. It's like,
Oh,
dude,
I
SpongeBob
forgot
getting
that one.
that movie is awesome. SpongeBob getting hammered on ice cream is just gonna be forever hilarious. You cannot convince
Those are-
me
Yeah.
otherwise.
A sugar high and everything.
Patrick
I've
Star.
had enough when I said I've had enough.
Yeah. Patrick Star will show will premiere on the summer of 2021, most likely on Nickelodeon and Paramount Plus. So
Yep.
yes.
I remember there was a study that said that kids who watch SpongeBob for like an hour, it lowered their IQ or some shit like that.
I think
I'm just wondering what is this gonna do to them now?
Yeah.
I want a whole series where Patrick's just like doing something stupid. It's just him in a white background of him just doing something random.
That'll be the
Patrick.
first episode.
The Patrick Star live cam on YouTube. I want that to be it. Put 24
Oh, God.
give us a live stream of Patrick Star for 24 hours. Cruiser, would you watch that shit?
Nah.
You're a man
back
with no class.
back onto the characters. The squid girl I literally thought was gonna be his neighbor or something like
Or should be
Yeah.
adopted.
the
She could be
quirky
adopted.
little No, I'm just saying I didn't think like that's who she was gonna be. I thought she was gonna be a main character, but like his
Alright.
neighbor or something.
With that said,
Yeah.
everybody get up. It's time to slam now. We have a new jam going on, Space Jam.
Hey.
We have been
Space
waiting.
Jam.
We have been
Everybody
waiting.
get up.
We
It's
have been
time to
waiting
jam now.
way too fucking long for this movie.
It's like
I
a whole
need your
generation
chance,
long.
Do your dance at the Space Jam.
LeBron James.
All right.
LeBron James. Bugs Bunny.
Lola Bunny, Daffy Duck.
I have not seen Space Jam in years, man.
Oh,
It-
what?
I mean,
Come on,
it's nostalgic.
I
No,
know it's
remember when we literally did that episode and we were just looking at the old
We were
Space
looking at the
Jam?
whole website.
Yeah,
That
the
was
old
hilarious.
website.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
That was just funny as
I know
hell.
everybody but Cruiser has seen Space Jam.
I've seen Space Jam. What are you talking about?
Cruiser, shut
Yeah.
up. Anyway, point being, So here's the premise of the movie. I don't
Of
hate
the
you.
new one.
Cruiser, I love you. Anyway, Anyway, here's the premise of the movie. From the all-knowing source that is Wikipedia. When basketball champion and global icon LeBron James and his young son Dom, played by Cedric
Yep.
Joe, who dreams of being a video game developer, are trapped in a virtual space by a rogue algorithm named AIG Rhythm. LeBron must get them home. Oh my god, AIG Rhythm is actually played by Don Cheadle.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I
Friggin'
did. Yeah,
War
I saw a
Machine
picture.
is
I
the
saw his picture.
fucking
Holy-
War Machine is the villain.
Yeah.
I was
That's him
wondering
with
who
the
he was gonna
sun.
play. Yeah.
He's in one of the. LeBron must get them home safe by leading Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Lola Bunny with the whole gang of notoriously undisciplined Looney Tunes to victory over AIG's digitized. I thought it said Al Gore for a second.
Mm,
And I am not going to be making a bunny boobies joke. I'm sorry, people.
Nope.
I'm better than that.
yeah.
So victory over Al Gore's digitized championships. Oh my
Mm-mm.
God.
Well, they say Al Gore invented the internet, so
Yeah. That's interesting. So instead of battling, playing basketball against aliens, they're playing against a
Yeah.
algorithm.
Yeah.
So if you guys
so
look at-
like,
An algorithm.
oh wait, so we're not going to the Looney Tunes world, I guess. We're going to the TV world.
Yes, I guess so. I mean, last one the Looney Tunes
going
world was.
to the website. That's where you're going.
We're going to the Space Jam website.
We're gonna get to
If
that.
they make a reference to that website, that would be golden.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh,
in a
that'd be
moment.
awesome.
I'm gonna get to that in a moment. There, we got another caller, a Selector Detector.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to see if he wants
Selector
to
Detector,
join.
how you doing tonight? Sorry, I meant
Nah.
faster.
Good.
Good, welcome. We're talking about the new Space Jam movie, otherwise known. The movie is called Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Wait, are you talking about like the Bugs Bunny version?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's no other version of Space Jam except for the version of Space Jam, but you know.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was a classic movie. Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, we're talking about the new one.
Yeah.
For example, did you know that that Entertainment Magazine actually released an image of LeBron James with the Looney Tunes?
You know, I didn't even realize that they were actually making a new version.
Yeah.
They've been tugging at our balls for the last 15 years for a
Yes, Evan likes to have his balls
It's been
sucked
that
by
long.
Bugs
Cruiser, by the way,
So they're making
if
So
I'm not
then-
acknowledging you, it's because I can't really hear you too well because of the phone, so I apologize in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, barely. I had to
they're
turn him
making
up a
a
bit too.
remake?
Yeah.
No, it's not a remake. It's a new movie.
Starring LeBron
Yeah.
James.
It's like a sequel.
Yeah.
Instead of Michael Jordan, it's LeBron James.
and War Machine.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with
Do you-
Michael Jo-
Wait,
what's wrong with
do y'all
Michael Jordan?
hope?
Hold on, he's trying to
Do
talk.
Y'all
He's trying to
hope
talk,
he makes
guys.
a cameo?
Sorry, go on.
What's wrong with Michael Jordan?
Nothing's
old.
wrong with Michael Jordan. He just
Not
did his
current.
part. Like, so yeah, I don't think he's playing basketball anymore, is he?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not current. There's
I think he's
nothing much about
retired.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but he's been
retired.
retired.
So yes. So if you guys look at the Ants chat, by the way, I have the image of the Entertainment Magazine. We got LeBron James with all the classic 2D Looney Tunes, even though they're in 3D.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, it's like 3D, or it's 2D, but like with nice shading and all.
we haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm talking about the magazine cover, but yeah.
I love Tweety there on the shoulder.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Where else is Tweety? Tweety's a badass, man. Is
Ye-
Tweety Bird a boy
Wait,
or a
hold
girl?
on. Wait.
I'm still
where
not
is it-
sure.
Nah,
Really?
boy, because in the
where
Tweety
is
Bird
it?
used to have a
Yeah, Selector, how do we show what it looks like?
no, it's on the stream if he's watching that.
Yeah, I have it on
Uh-huh.
the stream right now.
I don't see it.
Ah,
Okay, hold
so
on.
you're not watching the stream.
Hold on.
No.
No, the like actual on Twitch. We mean.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't have Twitch.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Not everyone has Twitch.
Yeah. Are you trying to like find it on your tablet there?
Yeah, let me see if I can just quickly deliver it to
Technically,
him.
it's a computer.
Yeah, if you go to the
There you go.
here's what you're gonna do. Wait, did you share it or was it me? Okay, dude, if you go in the Ants chat, there's a stream thing called Stream Chat Room above where I'll be showing you the image of Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, LeBron James.
Well, oh, okay.
It's in Stream.
Oh, that is cool.
I like the silver
Yes.
basketball.
Oh, that is so very cool.
Yeah.
I hope
You
they
can
make a
see.
reference to Michael Jordan in the movie.
He's not in
Me
it.
too.
He's not in it.
No reference.
No reference.
Cruiser, say something.
If I had to take a guess,
Go on.
if I had to take a guess,
Selector.
I would.
Cruiser has the
Oh.
floor.
Like, I didn't know.
It's okay, man. Cruiser.
Yeah.
I really don't have much to say. I mean, the only thing I really have to say about this movie is LeBron James' current recent actions going to affect the box office?
Recent
I
actions.
don't know. I haven't heard anything about any recent things with his recent situation going on.
I'm not going to go into detail. All I'm going to say is it's political.
Eh.
Well,
yeah. So I wonder if
again.
that's okay. Because keep in mind the same thing happened to Ghostbusters 2016.
We'll see what happens. I mean, like this movie's been in the works for a while, so we'll see what happens.
So was Ghostbusters.
Anyway,
Yeah.
again, Cruiser, I apologize if I can't hear you too well because you're on your phone. So if you want to say
I
something,
got the phone right up to my mouth, dude.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
All
could
right.
hear it much better.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay.
You
So-
know, in the sorry.
No, go on. You take the floor, man.
In the in the terms of the cold weather and LeBron James not appearing in the new movie, you just have to let it go, let it go.
Let it go.
No. Anyway,
I'm
Emma.
sorry, I had to.
No, you're not
I
gonna do it
had
again.
to.
No.
What's the matter?
Do it
Do
again.
you want to build a snowman and ride a bike around the hall?
Oh no.
You set me up for it, and you know it.
Yeah, you're talking to the
Yep.
cast member who has to listen to that song all the time.
It's
Man.
no
Come on.
joke.
Wait, who has to listen to it?
Me, I'm a cast member, dude.
He works
Alright.
in Disney.
Well, I don't
It's
feel
no
bad.
joke.
Well, I don't feel bad for you.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Spectre Selector. Oh, forget it. Have a good night, man. Thank you for joining us.
Night Selector. Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be my lowest point of the night.
What, a Frozen reference?
Yeah, I just kicked him out because of that. That I don't feel bad for
Yeah.
you. I don't hate you, Selector. I'm sorry. It was just me messing. Anyway,
He doesn't even watch the stream.
let's talk about the some of the images here. In the Ants chat, we got the first one of what appears to be Dom Cheadle with, I'm guessing, is probably going to be his son, played by Cedric Jones.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Why does he look like he's about to? Why does Dom Cheadle look like he's about to serenade me with a beautiful piano song?
I do like his suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yeah, at
sparkly-
first I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking something more digital looking at
It's
first.
like, come on, man, you could have went the easy route and did Tron. We got two here. I'm assuming this is a behind the scenes shot of
Director or something like that.
yeah,
maybe.
friggin' director, what's his name here? Malcolm D. Lee with directing LeBron James, because that's him on the right, on the left there.
So tell me how you play basketball, okay?
Yeah.
What is this basketball you speak of? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna be playing with 5 Looney Tunes, got it?
Yeah.
Funny enough, LeBron James did grow up with this film, and he's really looking forward because he was part of one of the producers for it. I'm actually gonna leave you guys the link here. They actually do some good interviews with him. If you are interested in taking a look there, feel free to take a look.
Something I was reflecting on is like this is kind of the first movie action that the Looney Tunes have done since Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Right?
Yeah.
There was that series they were making on HBO Max for Looney Tunes. I don't know whatever
Yeah.
happened, but
Yeah, like those original shorts. But I'm talking movies. And
got
I'm
political.
talking about this is a brand new series of Looney Tunes on
Yeah.
HBO Max.
right.
And remember, it caused quite a stir up when they got rid of Elmer Fudd's gun and gave him
Yeah.
a Scythe. So these are new
Oh,
cartoons.
yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
thought that was so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So those are animated shorts, but like movie, yeah, definitely. But then you had the show on Cartoon Network with like the new designs and everything.
Anyway, we got one more image here to show off, and that's this one here of Bugs Bunny, who is pretty much giving the same look I got when I first saw him for the first time. See, the animation is not what's getting me. It's what's going on in the back. I mean, on the left you got a Valkyrie there. I'm sorry, the right you got a Valkyrie back there, and the left is that the
like
cyber?
a-
is that like the
like-
is that like the cyber demon from Doom in the background? What the fuck?
Again, yeah. Just because of this image, I was wondering, like, so we're not going to the Looney Tunes world. We're going like into a
The real
computer,
world?
or like, no, like we're going to like the computer or TV world. Or
I do like
something.
the Tron aesthetic though with the basketball court there.
Yeah.
I do want to also point out
It kind of looks like they're at a comic convention or something.
It does.
With a bunch of cosplayers.
because here's something else I want to point out here. Bugs Bunny is wearing the Toon Squad jersey, but if you look at
Yeah.
image one, there's another one that's called the Goon Squad. Ooh, are we
Huh.
sensing shenanigans? Anyway,
Wait, it says Goon Squad?
yeah, it says in the Wikipedia article something about something called the Goon Squad. I don't get it. Anyway, the film is set to release on HBO Max on July 16, 2021. And as I said, if only they could update that website. Seriously, go to spacejam.com. It's still update before they update it to make it look less like a jam.
It
My
is
prediction. Here's my prediction. They're gonna be playing against doppelgangers of themselves.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
So we have the Toon and Goon Squad, basically.
Ooh. Anyway,
that's what I'm assuming.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break right now, and move on to our next segment with Hooked on Harmonics. Be coming your way.
All right, welcome to Hooked on Harmonics. Now, because I'm calling from the road, we're going to do something a little bit different here. If you remember in the last episode, I talked about the band, The Who. And turns out Kuma decided to give these guys a listen and fell in love with this band. So we're going to ask him his thoughts on the band. So in a Hooked on Harmonics first, this is going to be a catching up. So, Kuma, what was first about this band that really intrigued you?
First of all, whenever you said like they were like a Mongolian like kind of band and everything, like that piqued my interest because like I told y'all before, I did listen to like some Tibetan throat music and everything, so I just gave it a shot in how they did their thing. And yeah, the first video I saw was the Wolf Totem with Papa Roach, and really amazing listening to that. But when I heard the original one without Papa Roach, I like that one a little bit more just because it emphasized more of their technique of like both using their Mongolian like throat music mixed with cultural string guitar that they have from their background, and the combination mixed with their like metal, like it just sounded so well rounded together, honestly, because like it still emphasized that strong like Mongolian feel that they wanna show off.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, during the stream last week, you actually said, "Okay, a Mongolian band mentions the word totem around a Native American. I need to see this."
No. I was asking what was the name of the song, and when you said it's Wolf Totem, and I was just like, how come the native is the one that is interested just because it said Wolf Totem?
So, okay, what were some of your favorite songs from them?
Well, yeah, like I said, hold on, I actually put the list down somewhere.
Well, because I know you said you liked the "Song of a Woman" that featured Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm.
Yeah, that sounded pretty majestic to me, honestly. Except for the lines where she goes like, because she says, "I'm your lover," and then I'm your sister, and I'm your mother. I'm right there going, why does lover have to be before both of those? And then she says like the other lines. I'm just like, you could have put lover with those. You could have kept mother and sister away from that. Because it's just like, I'm your lover, I'm your sister. Excuse me?
Yeah, phrasing.
Yeah. It was that one, the regular Wolf Totem, and Yuva You. That one's pretty great. Yeah, and the one that you told me, the Metallica cover of
Sad But True, yeah.
Yeah. That one was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, and you were actually looking at tour dates for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of interested.
Yeah, and keep in mind, they're about to go on tour in Europe, not in the States. Like, okay, we got flights here to Belgium that are under $1,000.
Yeah, like I said, under $1,000. I was like, I could do that. I wouldn't mind. Like,
well, if you do go, you're gonna have to tell us your report on what they were like live.
Yeah, I'll find someone and get my hair done like them.
This is all right. This is the Constant Cruiser with Kuma, and this has been Hooked on Harmonics.
You're watching another nerdy talk show. I hate my slow voice.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, that was good Good stuff there. Cruiser, I was actually telling him about what I told you I did this week. How I was looking up rap concerts, and the first one I looked up was Lil Wayne because I'm a sad person. And I'm just gonna tell you what I told them. Okay, right? So
Yeah.
I went up there, and all that's on the stage is just literally a drum and a turntable guy, and he's roaring the crowd for 10 minutes and like saying, "You all ready for Lil Wayne? Everybody chant Weezy, Weezy," or whatever, and everybody let's party hard. I'm like, how many monsters do you need to summon to get Lil Wayne on the stage, man? Come on.
Yeah.
And of course,
Wait, that reminds me. Have I ever told y'all about when I saw the Rita Ora concert?
No.
Oh, you haven't.
A very similar thing. Kind of like that. There's this. She had two. Okay, so she had one person that was like. No, she had two opening acts before her. She had like this one group called the Four of Diamonds. Very, very amazing, talented ladies. Like they have like their voices sync up perfectly to me. And next was a performer, Moss Evan or something like that.
Yes.
Oh my God, I swear he almost played like half of an album during his opening, and we're just right here going, we came here to see Rita Ora. And every time he finished two of his songs or one of his songs, he kept going, "Are y'all ready to see Rita Ora?" You would hear the crowd going, "Yes, get the fuck off the stage then." Or that's what I was yelling. That's what I was yelling, because I was right here going, we just listened to 4 of your songs. I would rather listen to the ladies, because it's just you.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Granted, you're entertaining, but your music is not like something I want to hear the most of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, in a lot of hip hop, in hip hop concerts, there is what's called a hype man. There's someone who usually comes out and
No, I know that. It's just this guy kept doing it at the end of several of his songs, and that's what pissed us off. If he had said it once and ended it, awesome, but not, okay, y'all ready for Rita Ora? Right after this other song.
Did he actually say that? Did he actually straight up go out and say that?
He said something similar to that, because like that's all I remember is him going like, Rita Ora will be up on here in just a bit. We were just going like, wait, you were just asking if we want to see Rita Ora. That's why we came here. I don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah.
I was more entertained by Four of Diamonds.
But anyway, the point I was trying to make there was, I immediately heard him start singing. He sounded like he was, of course, he has that voice that sounds like he's trying to hold back laughter when you're telling a joke. But, Lil Wayne, of course. But, like, after that, I'm like, I can't take this anymore. I immediately switched to Marilyn Manson as fast as I could. And that's why I've been listening to Marilyn Manson this whole week, because all I've been getting is just related videos on YouTube for rap concerts and Lil Wayne. Anyway, let's move on to the big one this week, the one that we were talking about, and that is the premiere of the finale of WandaVision. Now, before I go into details, I got some news. I learned that I have a friend who was working for the Disney Plus website, and he was able to give us permission to share an exclusive clip from the finale. I won't spoil anything. But don't worry. So I wanted to open up with it. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I give you this clip from WandaVision.
Wanda, you got some splaining to do.
Even though that's not the way everybody says explaining, I respect our differences and your right to say it in the way you want.
Babaloo?
That too.
I don't care if that joke's old people. I love it. Anyway,
that works.
But no, let's just get the thing out of here. Like we do have to open up with this. So aside that, I'm gonna give this little thing that's gonna be a notably important thing. Our new stinger to give you a little warning.
Hush, hush, hush. Here comes the bogeyman.
All right, we got 5 minutes. Let's go. Anyway,
All right.
So, Bright, you're frozen. Anyway, the episode.
Yeah.
The fact that
a lot happens.
Yeah, man. It's not.
So emotional.
Yep. I can't also go into this by saying the fact that it crashed Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. What can we say? Like Marvel and Disney, like they make some good content.
Yeah, man. I mean, the fact that, but what happened was Wanda is fighting Agatha, and frickin', it's all over. They're fighting. Their kids are fighting the military. Vision's fighting.
It gave me very incredible vibes.
What did we agree on his name going to be?
Ghost Vision.
Ghost Vision.
Yeah, Ghost Vision or Absolute Vision.
Ultimate Vision.
Yeah.
The other Vision.
I'm okay with one of those. I'm okay with other Vision as well too.
Yeah, we're not gonna call the obvious name of.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so the things that just for shits and giggles, honestly, but like the fact that they're fighting each other. They're fighting each other with logic. They're fighting each other with lasers. They're flying all over the place. Scarlet Witch is fighting Agatha. They're throwing magic all over the place. Frickin' God.
Yeah, Vision's
damn,
fighting himself.
I needed a nap after that. Like the moment I saw that, I was in the middle of my bed with my shirt off with the cigarette in my mouth. I'm like, that was amazing.
I almost dropped my food watching it the whole time.
Was it good for you too?
Here was my bowl. I was literally like eating it, and as I was eating, I forgot what moment it was. I think it was the Vision, the Vision fight and everything. I was just going because I was like, of course they're just gonna talk it out. I was like, oh, whoops.
But the fact that essentially what happens, Vision is attacked by this nuclear vision or whatever it's called that's thrown in by a sword, and Wanda's fighting Agatha. Her children are fighting friggin' the sword soldiers. Yeah. And friggin' Kat Dennings' character literally gets the guy in prison. Vision destroys the other Vision with using logic, because technically he's not the real Vision. I think he plants his subconscious into him, so Vision is still alive.
Yeah, shares his memories. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Vision is still out there. Really Vision is still out there. He just goes.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna destroy himself. It's like, I am the true Vision.
Yeah, they led into that whole logic talk of the story of the ship, and I don't know the specific story they were saying, but I do know that whole paradox that they were talking about. If you have
replace
to
every
repair
board
a ship,
in the ship, is it still the same ship?
And if you take those boards and remake it as another ship, is that the ship?
Yeah, man. It's like friggin' amazing. Scarlet Witch in that costume. My God, that was gorgeous.
They updated it.
Woo!
Bruce did make a Scarlet Witch sculpture. I wish I had a photo of it, but he did make it.
He did?
Yeah, he makes it out of every episode. His TikTok's amazing. Oh my God, I forgot to advertise his TikTok in his recent video. Fuck. Anyway, but yeah, Vision is
put the link in the description.
So, Wanda let the entire thing of Westview go. It's debatable. It's debatable. Did they forgive her? It's kind of out there.
I don't know if they still have a memory of her.
No, she took it all off and everything. So yeah. I would assume they have memory, and plus Sword would have to inform them what happened.
The only thing that Jablonski said, his one complaint was Pietro was really underutilized.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't get...
Evan Peters, his Pietro wasn't even the real one, which we knew, but it's
Then again, I didn't really give a shit about Pietro in Ultron, so, friggin'... He has my least favorite superpower of all, so, if you like Quicksilver, it's fine. I just can't get into him. But
I thought it was hilarious that they did Disney made a boner joke.
Okay, but after
boner.
Okay, but after the fight and everything.
Yeah.
Monica. And our friend.
In the theater.
Yep.
Yeah, that was easily opening
that was the whole.
Yeah, the Book of the Damned being introduced. Everything, you gotta see it. There's too much to explain. You guys gotta see it.
So much.
And that also explains to me why, how Agatha says she's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme. That started to make me think maybe that's why Doctor Strange wasn't involved in the first place with her.
Maybe
since her power is more powerful, it doesn't register to him or something.
But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. The series is over, but we will be getting the next series coming up. The Winter Soldier and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming out on March 19th. Wow.
Looking forward to that.
I still don't have much to say because I'm not that big of a superhero fan.
A little closer, Cruiser.
And I don't even have Disney Plus. However, if there's one movie that Disney is releasing that I want to see,
Cruiser, a little closer, please.
Dude, it's right up to my fucking mouth. Okay,
Yeah,
how close should I be
I can
diving
hear
my
it.
phone?
Okay, there you go. No, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, the one movie that they are releasing that I want to see is Raya the Last Dragon.
Yeah, me too. I want to see it.
It's like premium streaming, apparently.
Yeah, I heard it's a decent movie. Some people.
Yeah, and I saw the previews. I saw the trailer. It looks good. It's getting good reviews from at least YouTube critics.
Yeah, except for Angry Joe.
But there's one joke in there that I saw in the previews that I'm thinking, do you really have to put that in there? Which basically, if you see the dragon, it looks very long, like a snake.
Yeah.
And when the dragon, minor spoilers, turns human, it's gonna be easy.
I think that dragon's adorable.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adorable, but like, did you really need that joke?
Yeah.
It's Disney.
Right, what are you?
It's Disney where you have a bunch of weird jokes.
They have a joke in there where he says, "I want to commit to be part of the butt kicking." So there you go. But yeah, the visuals look pretty good. Like I can't wait to see it because yeah. Right, that's a cosplay.
I really want
that's like I want to see Bruce do a balloon sculpture of the dragon. It looks really good.
Oh, that'd be epic.
Totally.
I've seen him do Haku, so why not do that one? But yeah, she's adorable.
Mhm.
She looks like a
Little
lot of fun.
dragon.
She's like, but basically what I'm seeing her, she's basically like the genie of if it was a dragon in a way, kind of.
I can't wait to hear her song.
Yeah, she has a song.
She definitely has a song. They all have a song.
Everybody does.
It was interesting because, like, seeing the teaser trailer for it, gave me a lot of Avatar vibes, like Last Airbender.
Kind of did, yeah.
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go on with this our last piece of news tonight. We have our first anime news tonight on Another Nerd Talk Show. Season 2 of the anime series The Devil is a Part-Timer has been confirmed. A trailer was released on March 6th, which I'll be leaving here in the ant farm. There you go. I have not seen this anime, let me just say there, but I've heard of it.
I haven't either.
But from what I've heard, the last season of this aired in 2013, so it has been almost 8 years since the last season of this anime. There unfortunately was Unfortunately, there was no other news about what was going on, about whether or not there'd be what the release date was. There is a poster that was released right here, but they're releasing it in honor of the 10th anniversary of the manga, which is really good. Good achievement there. And you can still watch season 1 on Funimation, which described to be foiled by a hero when he's inches away from conquering the world. The devil finds himself in modern-day Tokyo. With no real-world skills to speak of, the devil is forced to make ends meet flipping burgers at a fast food joint. It's too hilarious. That's just too hilarious.
Yeah.
To stall any further plans of world domination, the hero tracks the devil's trial and takes on the lowly tasks of telemarketer.
Huh.
Yeah. I've only seen like 2 episodes of the first season. And yeah, it is pretty funny because like in his logic, he thinks like if he works up the chain through the fast food chain to like the head of it, because it's a fast food place.
Yeah.
Think of it like McDonald's, like, and it's just like him thinking, if I get to the top or something like that, he would run the world or something.
Oh,
like,
it's an Invader Zim, like an Invader Zim.
Yeah,
he wants
basically.
He wants to be Lord of all humans, but then he gets a job in the career aptitude test as a fast food guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining Zim as a fast food worker.
He was in one episode.
Like,
that was an
May
episode.
I take your order?
I will serve food. I don't need it. With the power of my fist. Yo, obey the fist.
I need pork, Daddy. I was right there just going, what the fuck kind of is that?
The equinox is tonight. Yeah, that was a gross episode.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of.
Oh,
Zim
you want a
is
gross episode? Watch the episode where he learns about germs.
Oh yeah, that was a funny one. Let's go to my room, pig.
Yeah.
Anyway, with another news here tonight, Cruiser, I actually sent this article to him. We got news of the infamous Fire Festival.
Wait, Fire Festival?
Cruiser? Or to
Can't
Cruiser.
hear him.
Cruiser. I think we lost connection with Cruiser.
We are gathered here today to celebrate.
Cruiser, just come back to me. Oh. There he is.
You guys can't hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Let me try to take it off my Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't hear me? I did not shift my phone out or anything, but yeah, Fire Festival, for those who don't remember, was supposed to be this music festival that was like 3 days long. There, it was in the Bahamas with all of these.
Cruiser.
None of the bees and.
Your voice is cutting out really weird.
When they got, hold on 1 second.
But
I said hold on 1 second.
I think we got a lag between them.
Here.
There we go. Yes.
No, I just took you off my freaking Bluetooth.
All right. Your voice was like kind of echoing onto each other.
I said hold on
Cruiser,
1 second.
before,
so
I'm
I
sorry
could
I'm
take you
interrupting
off
you,
my
but
damn-
there's apparently a lag between us, so you're going to be hearing us interrupting you a couple of times. I'm sorry. You don't, man.
Anyway.
Start over.
The Fire Festival was supposed to be like this luxurious 3-day long music festival in a private island in the Bahamas that was originally owned by Pablo Escobar. It was meant to look like some sort of like Instagram influencer picture come to life. But when people bought their tickets and got there, that was not what was there. None of the band, like all the bands canceled. There was like no plumbing. There was no luxury villas. As a matter of fact, they were sleeping. No food. They were sleeping in FEMA tents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
embarrassing.
yeah, I remember all this. For some people it was advertised. Oh yeah, if you bought a certain ticket, you get this more exquisite tent or this area just for people who bought the tickets. But nope, it was all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the organizer, I think, just up and left from it.
Yeah.
Well,
so are they actually putting it together?
Well, they were trying to see if they could actually make it happen, but turns out the guy who was organizing it, Billy McFarland, lied about all the money he had for this thing.
Yeah.
Fuck that man.
He tricked and fooled a lot of people out of a lot of money.
He tricked and fooled a lot of rich people. But that
and he how should I say this? He never fully admitted it until now. In the article that Evan sent me, he finally admitted from his prison cell that yes, he did in fact lie about everything. And while it's good to hear him finally admit to it, there's the other question of why did you do it?
It was a con. I'm pretty sure
it was like a scam, man. That was probably the joke. It was like a scam.
Yeah, if he had gotten away with it, everyone would be applauding him. Like I'm right here. Like if he wasn't in jail and like he got away with it and everything, I would be applauding him. Because I told you I have a thing where I appreciate con artists for some reason.
Yeah.
No, it seemed because according to the people who worked with him with trying to put this together, it seemed like he wanted to be part of that rich, lavish lifestyle, but he never was, and he was willing to lie his ass off to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, con.
Yeah, it was a con,
Like,
man.
fake it till you make it. Not really.
Fake it till you make it, not really. I don't know. Kuma, I'm actually surprised. I thought you'd be one of those guys that would go to the Fire Festival. Did you ever have any considerations?
Oh, hell no. I don't. The only festival I ever considered of going to was back when I was in Miami. There was this one that was called Love Fest, which was just like an ordinary like a small music festival that was like on the beach, like Miami Beach or somewhere like that. And like that's all it was, just like a small thing. And I was like, dang, I wish I could.
Guys, we have to go. We have to find it when this COVID situation is over. We all have to go and fucking find a good luxurious festival to go to.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Granted, one that's not on its first year.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Ants and we're here at
Cruiser, you saw the documentary on Netflix, obviously, right?
That one and the one on Hulu.
Yeah, what was the name of the documentaries, just so people are interested?
Oh, Someone's gonna have to Google it.
It was like the best the party that never happened.
That was the
I remember
tagline.
seeing it. I remember seeing a video all about it on the Internet Historian on
Yeah, I was gonna
YouTube.
say.
That one was great.
Okay, but the documentaries are worth seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing it right here.
If you want the funny version, go to the Internet
I
Historian.
was chasing his frisbee, and
Okay, the one on Netflix is called The Greatest Party That Never Happened.
Woot!
And you said there was one on Hulu?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, the one on Hulu is. Oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same one.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
no, that was just a question. No.
Oh.
Okay, I think it was Fire Fraud, a Scorched?
Yep, that's it.
It's a weird name
Yeah,
for
Fire Fraud. What the hell?
Fire fraud.
Yes.
Yeah, Fire Fraud, a Scorched.
But yeah, and here's the kicker with this guy Billy McFarland when they managed to actually get everybody off the islands and he was coming under federal investigation, he was trying to figure out a way to, I guess you could say, scam his way out of this as well. So what does he do? He actually he starts this new company called NYC VIP that sells VIP passes to people, and he was targeting the people he sold the Fire Festival tickets to.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up con man.
And he didn't have passes for this stuff either. Matter of fact, a lot of the stuff he was selling for are invites only.
Eesh.
I remember hearing a story that was on TMZ where apparently you could get a refund or save your money for the next one for next year. Next year. I would totally go. Look, we need a reboot of Firefest. Call it Firefest: The Apology.
Yeah.
Except this time it takes
nothing.
Except this time instead of going to Island, you're going to Blizzard Beach in Disney World.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's nothing but bands that play unapologetic music.
Cruiser, give me a list. Give me a list of bands that would play that, please. I beg of you.
Yeah.
A list of bands that would play what exactly?
Like
apologetic music.
Apologetic music. D12. D12.
Well, the headliner would be Justin Bieber.
Oh God. Why the headliner?
Because he's the one who had that song, "Is it too late now to say sorry?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I would say that should be the first one, then followed by a bunch of shitty sorries.
I'm trying to think of like bands or artists where you would actually get the joke, because there's another one that I can think of, which is the band Weezer. Now, why them? The reason why for them is that they tried to sell out. Their fans hated them for it, and then they released an album called "Everything Will Be Okay" in the end.
Oh wow.
Yeah, or as some people like to call it, "Ew, bait."
What about Nickelback? What about Nickelback?
Oh no, yeah.
Take a look at this festival.
Yeah.
Look at this old fest. Every time I do it, I cry.
I get a picture. I'm trying to think of bands who actually made apology songs.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up apology songs.
Every little thing is going to be better.
Oh hey, there's actually the apology song from the Book of Life.
Oh yeah. That's right.
There you go. Yeah, and believe me, like I know a lot of during the aftermath, there was a lot of people poking fun at the victims of this, saying Yeah, they ripped off a bunch of rich white people. And, like, look, I get the joke, I do. But those are still someone's kids here. Come on.
Yeah.
Someone's kids, yeah, not ours. Could laugh at them if I want.
Okay, but Kuma, if you really like a good con artist, here's one that wasn't really a con. He just figured out how to beat the system.
That's a con, man.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Because what he did was legal.
Yeah, that's sometimes how cons can work.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of like what
but what
like
happened was that there was a contest. To me, I consider a con as something where you actually break the law, or you break a rule. That's how I picture a con.
Yeah, but that's not what.
Well, Cruiser, in that case, I've been going to a million cons, so I guess I'm America's most wanted at this point.
Oh no!
Hey, there's also a con. Sorry,
Anyway, there was a contestant on the game show Press Your Luck in the 80s, which is that game where you answer a question, you press this buzzer to score points or money in this case, and try not to get what's called a whammy. Does this ring a bell to you guys at all?
Yeah. No whammy, no whammy. Stop.
Big money, big money, big money, big money.
You're seeing like all these different dollar amounts going around this board, as well as them being lit up and highlighted. And if you get money or a prize, you get it. If you get a whammy, you lose everything. But however, this guy managed to figure out a flaw in the game board system, where he knows that 2 squares did not have a whammy come up. They were just repeat prizes, either a cash amount or cash amount plus spin again or play another round on the board. And he actually won. He figured out the pattern and won so much money that they forced him to retire.
Okay. First of all, yeah, that's not actually a con. That's just knowing the game. There's someone who did that similar with the Price is Right. You're cutting out. Sorry.
System. No one figured it out until him. Well, like I said, he figured out the system.
Yeah,
I told you that.
Yeah, that's not
like
really,
I said, he figured out how to beat the system. No one else, because now on the game show they.
Cruiser, you're speaking in dubstep right now.
Last name was Larson, by the way. No, not M.A. Larson. Forget it. Just go on with what you're going to say, because I know I'm done.
Sorry, man.
It's your audio.
Yeah, I think it's probably.
I said I'm done.
Okay, I
said I'm done.
All right, sorry. I think we might also have a lag. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's what was going on. What else happened this week, man? Nothing really much happened. What's the haps? What's the happening hap? I want to check what is the views up to right now? 31,821 views.
Oh wow.
I'm not even trying to brag about this. I'm baffled. I actually found out that someone found it in a related video section.
Kitty's making donuts.
Right, you got a cat.
I'm still looking at songs that are like sorry songs. Oh, we have "Sorry" by Madonna.
God, you know that one High School. Oh my God, I remember when Cruiser and I went to Sci-Fi Bartow. This guy was just giving away free DVDs.
What kind of DVDs was he giving?
Cruiser, what was it? Oh, he's gone. We lost him. Sorry, man.
Connection.
He essentially got a box of High School Musical stuff and some other things for the kids, and he just got some for his kids. So I'm like, this is probably the closest thing I'm ever gonna see of Cruiser buying High School Musical.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I haven't seen the High School Musical one in the first time. The first one I didn't hate.
I only know the songs. I've never actually seen the movies.
Soaring,
yeah.
Flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
I gotta say, I was in I wasn't in it, but I remember being part of the community theater production of High School Musicals. Like, oh boy.
I was about to say, am I gonna see like I was about to say, if you were about to say you were an extra in there, am I gonna see like one scene where I see like your shoes at one
Community
point?
theater.
I
I
mean-
think it was like within a couple of years of the movie's release. Like our town had like this whole. All the kids were doing the dances. I was part of the ensemble, just like one of the people doing the dance.
I mean, my
It
stepmom
was
was in.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, my
but-
stepmom was in Jaws 3, so you know, or brag about it, that's fine.
I used to have a step grandma who was an extra in Smokey and the Bandit.
No kidding.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was one of the biker chicks in I think the second movie.
I wish I was an extra in a movie. I really wish I was.
Yeah. Me and my sister were actually extras in this movie based on a book called Hoot.
You were in Hoot?
You were.
Oh my god, you
we
gotta.
were like 14 years old, and we got to meet Robert Wagner and who's the guy who played the main character? He was Percy Jackson.
I read the book, but I don't know. But I didn't see the movie. I didn't know you were in Hoot. My god, you gotta send me. Find that clip and find it to me.
Wait, that's the movie about the like preserving the owls, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like.
Okay, yeah.
Cruiser's back. Cruiser.
Okay, let's see if this works now. I want to see if logging out was going to make a better connection.
It's worth a try.
Think so.
Cruiser, you missed it. Bright Idea said she was an extra in the movie Hoot.
Yeah, me and my twin sister, we were extras in Hoot back when we were 14 years old.
Never heard of it.
It's based on a kid's book.
Yeah, based on a kid's book. It's
Saving Owls or something.
Guy is like saving owls, like the land is being like taken over by like a pancake chain. So yeah.
Someone sent me an article where they were trying to I think it was for Iron Man 3 and like they were looking for extras around in like Miami or somewhere at that time, and I was like, damn, I wish I had known. I would have planned to like go over there and be an extra.
Kuma, I only thought as you standing in the background with what you're wearing right now and just smiling.
Oh shit, Iron Man.
Bright, you gotta find the Bright, you gotta find this clip. Like, go on YouTube right now and find.
I do.
If you do that, I will edit that for your page just for you. I'll take a quick sidetrack just to say it. This one time, me and my sister were in Hoot.
Yeah.
But did you give one?
No.
Yeah, it was a fun. Like, I think we were like 4 to 8 days of filming. I remember there was like we made a lot of friends just like playing cards. Somebody was like really into Phantom of the Opera, and everybody was reading Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince.
Do you still talk to anybody from it?
I don't think so. I don't remember anybody's name. I just remember the guy who was like hyping us up to work, and like his name was James, and he would always like tell us while we were waiting, it's like, sit up straight. It's like good posture can save your life.
Sit.
And a lot of people were playing hacky sack.
What? Like, what were you? Were you like in plain sight, or or is it like a very small part of you?
Well, we're in the crowd scene where like he's giving the speech. It's like, who likes pancakes? It's like, I do.
I like pancakes.
You see us like right near the front. And where the bad guy's got like the whole steam roller is like, okay, I'm ready to like bury these owls.
He's about to give him the Keeble.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
I'm right behind the Mother Paula, like the lady dressed in the old lady's costume.
Wait, was this like at the end or something?
Yeah, it was like the last scene.
No, I'm gonna look this up right now. Hoot. Ending scene.
Hoot.
Ending. Oh my god, there's like hard to find friggin'.
It is hard to find.
Did Hoot exist?
Hoot did exist.
Hoot movie clips. No, don't just go ahead. Just go and look for it. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up Hoot movie clips.
I'm gonna try.
A scene from Host. The Host, not Host. Hoot. I want to see a thing from Hoot. Hoot 1. What's this one? The Perks of Being. Is that hard to find? Fucking.
It was like a somewhat like it was from 2006. It was like okay.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say that movie came out like I think I was like still in middle school.
Furry Vengeance? What the fuck is that? I got
That
Anaconda.
movie with Brendan Fraser.
I got Anaconda 2, where a guy's covered in leeches. Is that part of the movie?
Nope.
Hot Summer Night. Hot Summer Night. How did looking up Hoot bring me to Hot Summer Nights?
No idea. Cause like it's one letter away from hot.
Did you type in Hoot the movie?
Yeah, I put in Hoot
Yeah,
the
Hoot movie clips.
I have a video of a kid getting strangled in a bus.
hell?
Yeah.
Is that part of the movie? I think there was a scene in the book where he punches a bully in the nose.
Yeah, there is.
Hoot the movie clips.
Logan Lerman, that's the guy. I remember getting his autograph.
I got a
and
guy-
not really knowing who he was,
I got a
but he was the
shirt-
main character,
I got
so
the shirtless guy who looks like totally Kyle.
totally.
There's like 3 videos of Hoot. Am I gonna have to go and find like friggin' the pacifier? Why am I getting links to the pacifier?
You're gonna have to buy the movie just to find it.
Why am
I gotta ask my sister because I think one of her friends made like a montage of all the parts where like she showed up, which is like I think she was in one more scene because she was in the classroom scene with Jimmy Buffett.
Oh my
But
Jimmy Buffett's in the movie. My God.
he is. He plays a teacher, and he has a song in the movie.
Oh, wow.
Like he doesn't sing it on screen, but like one of the Jimmy Buffett songs is in there.
Okay, so apparently there is a scene in Hoot where a kid is strangled on a bus.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. What is
Go
this?
figure.
Am I gonna have to illegally download Hoot just to get a fucking? Hold on,
I gotta look up. Like I gotta ask my sister if she can find this video that her friend made of like this montage that he sent her with like those clips.
Hold on, I'm getting a message. DeWill sent me a message.
Cool.
Yeah, he said he gave me a friend request because I think I'm trying to figure out what happened. Anyway, no, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Google right now. I'm gonna go to Google.
Wait.
Okay.
Gonna go to Google.
That Theo sent you a message?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened. Anyway, what the fuck? Apparently, Google's celebrating the Masako Katsura. Cool.
Yeah.
Female billiards trailblazer.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Hoot. Full.
Where to
movie.
watch this movie online?
Paramount Plus.
Eh.
Is this like
Yeah,
a long lost movie?
I typed in Hoot movie clips on YouTube and it just.
Doesn't
I know.
give you
We
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a long lost movie from friggin'?
The third video it shows me is Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Is this it?
It's the same guy. It's the same main character actor, but it's not. It's a different movie. It's like a small film. It had the less famous Wilson brother, Luke Wilson.
The less famous Wilson brother. Wow.
I mean, there has to be one or the other.
That is mean.
Well, there are people who
I
say
didn't
there's
even know Owen Wilson had a brother before that.
there's also the less famous Hemsworth brother as well too. I don't know his name.
I don't know either.
Yeah, people's made a joke about him too.
Or less famous Baldwin brother.
Gosh, why?
Yeah, that too.
Less famous.
I can
Belushi
buy it on
brother.
Microsoft. Am I gonna have to do what the McDonald's game guy did and like make a whole documentary about how I just wanted to buy Hoot to get a certain clip off?
Maybe. I mean, it was so funny because I remember when my family went to see the movie in theater, my dad was so embarrassing of like we were watching the whole thing and then finally in the end we see ourselves. We're like, look, there you are, and it's like, no, like we were like out loud. And it's
The
like,
only
no,
way to
Dad.
see a young bright idea in Hoot is just to go through the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I have no idea.
That
Where
was
you
the
can
one,
find it.
brah. That was the one song from Moana. I'm sorry. Some guy named S15 Costuming just came into this chat. Sorry about that. My chat is.
That's my buddy Steven.
Oh, what's up, Steven? God, how am I gonna find this? How do I
Yeah.
find Hoot online? I want to
You
just.
gotta rent it. You gotta rent it on Amazon.
Fuck
or
that
something.
shit! I'm not running it on Amazon.
$2.
Is it on? Is it really $2?
It's only $2 HD.
Let me see what's on shopping.
apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could rent it on YouTube as
Shopping.
well too.
Amazon.com, $9.79. I can get on
But
eBay.
it is on YouTube for $2 as well.
I'm not gonna fucking spend $2 to watch HOOT for one particular scene.
Well, enjoy the movie first.
There's like 3 places I can get this movie. I mean, I can get it on iTunes maybe, but you know.
It's 90 minutes.
Yeah, don't just waste it and just for that clip watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's $2 worth it.
Like freaking what? Rick and Morty.
Watch during this week. He's gonna tell us he bought it.
Is there a freaking? No, I'm not gonna come back next week and you're gonna see HOOT. I can get it for $1.99 used on eBay.
Ah. Well, there you go.
Oh god.
I know that like my folks, I know that my mom still has the DVD.
You're the internet. You're supposed to give me things.
Oh man.
God, there are these kids.
Well, you're not specifically looking at porn.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if I look up on Google Images, maybe I can find stuff. HOOT.
Oh wait, go on Pornhub. You can probably find it.
HOOT on Pornhub.
Movies on Pornhub.
People have uploaded movies on there. No shit.
Jeez.
Ending. I'm gonna look up HOOT movie ending on Google Images. Maybe I can find something there. All I'm just getting are pictures of owls, some kids in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Some more owls. Kids standing next to a giant thing.
Like a steamroller.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have. Wait, I think I might have found one.
Really?
I'm looking around. Kids unite to save owls. I'm looking at crowd shots here. This is the only shot of the ending. I think I might have found something. I'm gonna send it to you guys on the ants chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
If I can find myself, I'm gonna circle it.
It's the back of people's heads.
Yeah.
The stream does not end until I see Bright Idea in HOOT.
God.
Like, where are you posting that?
I'm putting it in the ants chat. Everybody's gonna see it now because I'm kind of sad doing it.
Okay, no.
We
weren't in the front. No, we were like in the back, or like we were in the front, but we're off screen.
What do you look like?
We had really short hair back in the days. Like it was cut like to the shoulders. I remember 14. I was like, I didn't have the long hair.
So basically, you were less bright.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not
my hair
that many...
was less bright.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Guys, get a load of the... I got a close-up of that woman's face. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, okay, here's the deal. Okay, here's something that's funny here. I looked up clips of HOOT, and I want you to guess how many Google image results I got.
Not
a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, I'm seeing watch HOOT crowd scene, and I get a image for holes.
What?
Yeah.
I don't gotta go and dig those holes.
I loved holes growing up. That was a
hands
fun
and
one.
rabbit souls.
You gotta go and dig those holes.
That's the lyrics.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaDoof. Doofus.
Funny thing about that movie, I think the original, like in the book for Holes, I think the character, like the main character, he was actually fat.
Yeah, it was.
And they replaced him. They replaced him with someone else or someone skinny because like they thought like if they did that to an actual like actual big person like the movie studios were thinking like people might think they're fat shaming or something like that.
The fuck! I think I found a video.
Really?
I found a video. It says HOOT epilogue. All it just does is show some kids walking towards the beach. I zoom in on a guy's house.
I mean, if it's
there's nothing going on. I have no idea.
It's just this is just gonna eat them up the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm going to go batshit insane. Right, you have to make it your mission. Get that clip for us and put it on your YouTube page.
So far, you're making it your mission.
Make an entire documentary of this. The time I was an extra in HOOT.
Yeah, that part is like after The whole
hashtag or parentheses,
Right,
and it
fine.
wasn't even me.
I gotta make it quick before we get to the. Fuck! Okay, let's just get this done. Anyway, Final 5 moments where we talk about Final 5 things and Final 5 stuff. On tonight's Final 5, we're going to be doing a lot of cool things tonight and just talking about stuff as usual. Did I make any difference? Did I really not? Okay, so let's begin there. Ladies first as usual. So, Bright, you have the floor. Your time begins now.
Okay. So yeah, it's been a crazy week because all in the same 7 days, I applied to Home Depot. I got interviewed. I got the job. Now working at home 28 a week. So that's big news, and I'm still working on ideas and all sorts of things for you lovely peoples, and coming on to Ant Stream when I can because I work morning shifts, not evenings. So with that said, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more, wait for it, bright ideas.
All right, very good. I think I'm going to let Cruiser go next. Cruiser, go.
For starters, apologies for the outburst. The lag just drives me insane.
It drives me insane too, man. I don't blame you.
Yeah. But for the next 2 months, obviously things are going to be a bit quiet because Evan's got work coming up, which I'll talk about later, I'm sure. But I'm also going to be moving into a new house. I'm not moving anywhere far. It's just a new place, so I got to pack that up. But hopefully I can think of some content to put up on one of my channels to occupy your times. And I will say that we are planning to have our first guest of this year. I'm not going to reveal who, but we are planning for this, and we are really excited about it.
So yes, that's going to be looking forward to doing that, and yes, I will have a lot to say there. All right, Kuma Man, you're next. Give us some. Well.
All right. Yeah, got a feel of that sleepy protocol.
Yeah.
Sleepy Kuma.
Yep, but yeah, for me, just like I said, I've been doing a whole DC kick right now, watching after like WandaVision and everything. Like I was just actually no, before that I was really just watching a bunch of like DC related things. So like, yeah, I've been getting into that, trying to really work on some story ideas because I haven't really written much down and worked on any of my other stories that I've worked on to where.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you. Where like
trying to hold that.
Like I'm really just trying to think of story ideas. Like currently, right now, my one story idea that I have involves the devil being a good guy.
Very cool.
And yeah, just not much. I haven't done any streaming either, so I'll try to do that this week as well. But yeah, all
Time!
just still.
Ooh.
Kuma, put the scissors down. Put the scissors down, man. We don't have to go that crazy.
You did.
All right, so now it's my turn. Starting my time. Go.
No.
Honestly, he tried to cut his hair, ladies and gentlemen. No one wants Kuma to cut his hair. So yes, I'm going to be beginning streaming soon of my work. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna give any particular time, but you know, it's gonna be right there. And yeah, pretty much that. Maybe I might be able to, if you guys listen to me, you might be able to talk some more while I'm working and stuff. And yeah, that's all I got for now. So in the meantime, we're going to turn you down to the final segment of the night, the quote of the week with Kuma. Stand by.
All right. Our quote of the week actually comes from the great Dark Knight's Butler. Why do we fall, sir? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up. Alfred Pennyworth. And with that, I'll end it off with, that's been Ants. And remember, the night is dark and full of terror. So leave a nightlight on.
Bye bye, last song. Bye. Thank you. Like you. I love you. See you next time. Bye. Miss you.